Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. But before I get into my review, I wanted to give a little bit of a disclaimer. So I am about to say some pretty horrible things about this book. In fact, I don't think I have a single positive thing to say about it. But I also know that there are some people who really, really enjoy this book. I know some people who have read this book multiple times. If you're one of those people, don't let what I have to say, put a damper on your enjoyment of it. If you enjoy this book, enjoy the heck out of it. Like, I really hope you like it. I hope it stays your favorite book if it's your favorite book. But I'm also, I want to give what I think about it. And I thought it was terrible. So some of the really kind of bigger picture things that I did not enjoy about this book would have to, one of the things would be what he has to say about taxes. He's one of these guys. This is taxes are just bad. They're theft. You're working for the government if you're paying taxes. You do everything you can to avoid paying taxes. And it's just, in my opinion, he has just a fundamental misunderstanding about what taxes are. He views taxation as theft, and it hurts rich people and all these things. And I don't know. I think that he, like I said, I think he misunderstands what taxes are. When taxes are not theft. When you attend a public school, that is what your taxes are going to. If your house is on fire, that is paid for with taxes. But the whole book, he said, he has a whole chapter that is just about taxes being bad. A whole chapter in his book about how to become rich. At one point, the rich dad in the book actually brags about probably paying a lower percentage of his income than his poor dad in taxes. So his, rich dad is owner of some company or whatever, and he's saying oh, I pay less in taxes than a teacher does who makes less than me. And this is a point of bragging for him. This is something he is proud of. This is who we're dealing with. And in this book, he just has so many horrible takes on things. I've just this little section right here. So if schools taught people more about money, there would be more money and lower prices. But schools focus only on teaching people to work for money, not how to harness money's power. What does that mean? What on earth does that mean? Harness money's power? What he's trying to get at is the idea of investing your money and making money off of investments, which is totally fine. People, they make money in the stock market, they make money in real estate. But he doesn't actually give any advice on how to do that in this book. He just talks about harnessing the power of money and how people who work for money, they're not very intelligent. They're not financially literate. You have to become financially literate, and that's how you can harness the power of money. Another thing that the author really liked to do in this book was talk about some kind of financial terminology such as assets, liabilities, income statement, balance sheet. And then, so he talks about these things and gives the definitions for them, or his definitions for them. And then prior to giving these definitions, he says, most accountants and financial professionals, they would say that these definitions are incorrect. And then gives the definitions anyway, and then uses them for the rest of the book. Just completely pretending they aren't incorrect definitions. And then another thing that he does is he contradicts himself countless times throughout the book. And one of the things he says is that he loves listening to accountants and financial professionals and takes their expertise to heart because they're the ones that really know how money works. And then proceeds to base his financial strategy off of things that are against what financial professionals would say. So, full of contradictions the entire time. But one of the biggest criticisms you can give about this book is not what's inside of it, but what's not inside of that. And that's financial information, things that could actually help someone gain wealth and become better off in society. There is none of that in this book. Just talk of showy things and little buzzwords that don't actually help. There's no real information given at any point in this book that I really feel could help someone. He talks a lot about mindsets and how being poor is a mindset, being rich is a mindset, but that's not enough. People need more than that. People need actual advice, and he does not give any of that in this book. It's just horrible. It's a horrible book. And then, I don't normally do this for my reviews, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the author specifically because I feel like it's relevant. Because throughout the book, the author talks about his own wealth and talks about he's so rich and he has nice cars and everything. But if you actually look up the author, he didn't get rich from real estate like he talks about in the book. he got rich by selling books about how to get rich and holding seminars telling people how to get rich and doing lectures telling people how to get rich. So the only thing he's ever actually done is told people how to get rich. And that's how he made his money. And then later on, I think he bought maybe some real estate. But the point is he's rich because he sells these books that tell people how to get rich. He doesn't actually provide any value whatsoever. He just kind of rips people off, because that goes into the second thing that when I did a little bit of research about him, I found out is that he has been sued multiple times for lying to people, for holding seminars that give information about credentials and things like that that end up not being true. He's been sued multiple times for lying about his financial status and the things that he says that his programs can do. He's lied about saying that his things are can help you and this. He's been sued for that. He's a liar. He's a proven liar on multiple situations. And this book, forget about, what the courts have to say. Just reading this book, there are lies throughout the entire book. And another thing is that when I was digging into this a little bit, is that this book is heavily pushed by Amway. And if you don't know my opinions on Amway, I'll link the description where I talk about them in the description box. But I don't like Amway either. But it's not good. But some final thoughts on this book. I would not recommend this book to literally anybody. I don't think that people would get much out of it. Maybe if you're looking for a good laugh, maybe pick up this book. But other than that, um, I really disagree with the majority of what this book has to say about everything. But overall, if you disagreed with anything that I said in this video, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear what people have to say. If you really like this book, please leave a comment. Please tell me everything that I got wrong about it. I want to know. I really want to know, because I haven't really talked to anybody about this book. I just kind of read it. So if you have a different take on it, please let me know what you think. Because I do know that a lot of people really enjoy it. But I hope you enjoyed this review. And yeah, have a great day.